A lot of people come into my Twitch chat asking, why are you tea hunting at the end of your stream? Well, I usually tell them it's because I'm warming down, if that makes any sense. I got this from Pengu when I used to see him tea hunt multiple times before he ended the stream, because not only he was warming up for his next match or something like that, he was really he told his chat he was solidifying what he learned from the day and really just practicing and always getting that extra practice in. So that's usually how I warm up. But when people tell me why I'm doing that, they usually tell me how they warm up, and they say they put hours of T hunt, Kovacs, or unranked before they even play ranked to warm up themselves. So I want to tell you that is not the move. Playing hours of T hunt, Kovacs, and a lot of unranked before you go into ranked, that is not the move, because you can't be first. You have to treat ranked like it's a practice range and you're all a learning experience. Too many people look at ranked and they get too scared when everything happens in there. People need to look at ranked as not a ranking, like a digital ranking match, but more as learning the game and really improving every single day. So what I'm going to tell in this video is for you to stop over warming up and how you should actually properly warm up. The first thing I would tell you is you don't need hours of warming up before a ranked match. Ranked, you should be going in there like the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes before you get on. The only thing you need to do, you have to treat T-Hunt as a way not to only, practice your aim, but to make sure to always renew muscle memory and reviewing over basic stuff that you know in Siege. If you struggle with strafing, then go into Tia and do a few strafes before you hop into ranked. Or even if it's just one tapping headshots. But you shouldn't be putting hours into Tia. Putting hours into a third party or even outside training like that, because you're not developing any game sense and you're not challenging yourself that much. If you really want to get good at Siege, you can't be warming up for hours outside of the game, You can't get good at basketball for working out in the gym, 70% of your time. You actually have to go shoot hoops, you have to go practice and all that kind of stuff. Same with Siege. You can't get at Siege by playing T-Hunt half of your day and then going into ranked, playing 3 games and then you're off, The person that will probably get better is the person that warms up maybe like 3 T-Hunts and then goes straight into ranked, plays ranked all day, and then comes out learning so much more than the person that put no hours into rank. Because it does not matter if you're solo queuing, it does not matter if you don't have a 5 stack, if you're getting tilted in ranked, that's on you. You can't be getting tilted in ranked if you're solo queuing, because you have to know that nothing is in your control at that point, and the only thing you can do is frag out and kill everybody, play support, all that kind of stuff. But what I'm trying to tell you right now is that warming up too long can actually hurt your experience in this game, because you won't learn a lot of game sense and you're just going to have decent aim, because aim will come better with movement and better positioning. So you need to play a lot more Siege and ranked. So don't treat ranked as this big match day, like the big game day. People treat ranked like, okay, we gotta get a 5 stack, we gotta try hard, all that kind of stuff. No, just go into ranked and just practice, man. Practice pushing the same spot, maybe see what you need to work on, and that's what I would tell you right there. Another thing I would tell you is that you shouldn't be changing your sensitivity way too much. People either have a high sensitivity or low sensitivity, but they're warming up, but they're not actually practicing anything. Warming up is always just reviewing your skills before you go into ranked. Basically, like, okay, all my buttons work, all my sensitivity feels fine. Maybe if you have cold hands, if you have cold hands or your aim feels a little off, you may want to stick in T-Hunt a little bit longer until you feel mostly confident. But don't go into T-Hunt and work yourself out, because you're gonna lose a lot of your energy in T-Hunt, and when you go into ranked, you're gonna be a little bit more exhausted. So just play ranked or play T-Hunt as that little warm up before you go into the game. Don't treat it as like, okay, I have to aim train super long, because the longer you T-Hunt, that's just really delusional. Playing a lot of Kovacs and T-Hunt can only get you so far when you actually have to play the game to know how you should be aiming and where your positioning should be. So that's also another thing, that your aim is not going to carry you your whole way. Having great aim is good and all, but if you lack game sense, it's because let's say if you're that person that warms up so much, but your game sense is so bad that your aim is practically useless at that point, because you don't know what you're doing and you don't know where to aim and you don't know where to position yourself good. you could have the best, you could have bolo aim, but if you're facing a wall and someone's behind you, you can't do anything about that. You can't just 360 on them because most likely they're just going to shoot you in the back. That's why you have to work on your positioning and really work on your game sense. Don't stay in TN way too long. So the last thing is, I would recommend turning on some music while you're warming up, because getting yourself in that game day mood, if that makes any sense, for ranked, because you want to go into ranked with a learning mindset and not getting tilted off the bat. Because if you get tilted when you go already into the match, let's say your friends are being annoying, and you have to treat ranked as, like I said, a learning experience, and you can't learn fast if you're angry all the time. So what you need to do is make sure that your controller feels fine, you know, your mouse pad's good, your keyboard's good, all that kind of stuff, you know, kind of reviewing smaller steps. So what I would tell you right now is to make sure you're always in a good mood before we get into ranked. If you're not in a good mood, I don't recommend playing the game at all, because you're going to get really pretty tilted off, and I would just take a break, go get some food, and maybe come back, listen to some music, and just warm up even more. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will definitely be making more videos like this in the future. So what you can take away from this video is, one, don't over warm up to the point where you're actually just like exhausting yourself before going to ranked. Two, go into ranked with a learning experience and learning mindset, or else you're gonna stumble. And three, what I say is, make sure, you know, it's not too cold. If you're really cold, maybe I'll warm up your hands a little bit. I recommend getting some hand warmers, or just, you know, putting your hands in your shirt or something like that for a bit. And make sure you're always in a good mood before you go into ranked, because that's where you'll learn a lot better and you'll have a lot more fun. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and peace out.